to Wisdom Nuggets 56. Listen and be blessed.
Praise the Lord. This is JOEPAPA coming your way with Wisdom Nuggets. Today we are looking at what I've captioned in my hiding place for encounters. 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 24 to 25. But Zedekiah, the son of Chinana, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek and said, Which way went the Spirit of the Lord from me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah said, Behold, thou shalt see in that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. Encounters come to those who separate themselves to hide in an inner chamber for a one-on-one with God from time to time. There are times you need to leave the noisy environment and hide yourself with God alone. A noisy environment connotes an environment that distracts you from having an encounter with God on a particular issue for the way out and the way forward. When Elijah was on Mount Horeb, God appeared to him in a still small voice and not in the strong wind, earthquake, and fire. You cannot hear this still small voice in a noisy environment. A noisy environment can be within or without. Anxiety is a form of a noisy environment within. Being busy here and there with activities that are not adding to you is a noisy environment without. Until you separate yourself to meet with God in your hiding place on an issue of concern, you may find yourself going in cycles on that issue. Zedekiah was using prophetic tokens as usual to bring to bear the mind of God, forgetting that encounters come to those who separate themselves unto God in an inner chamber. When Paul received the call into ministry from God, he said in Galatians that I conferred not with flesh and blood, but went to Arabia, supposedly to hide himself there. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31 says, But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. On that issue of concern, take time out and camp with God in your hiding place for a way out and a way forward. God needs your undivided attention so he can unravel mysteries to you. In the book of Revelations, the voice said to John, the beloved, Come up hither, and I will show you things which must be hereafter. A lady shared this testimony some years back. When her child was 4 years old, he still could not speak. So this lady locked herself in a room for a one-on-one with God on the issue for 3 days. At the end of the 3 days, when she opened the door and came out, her child was the first to meet her, and he screamed, Mama, for the first time. Encounters come to those who separate themselves to wait upon God. A friend of mine and the wife were trusting God for the fruit of the womb after marriage. Year 1, no sign. Year 2, no sign. Up to year 5. They then decided to take a week off from work and camp with God away from home on the issue based on one promise from the Bible on fruitfulness in Psalms 128 verse 3, which says, Thy wife shall be as fruitful vine by thy sides, and thy children like olive plants run about thy table. The same year the wife conceived, and within 5 years from that encounter, they had given birth to 3 children. Encounters come to those who separate themselves to wait upon God. May the Lord give you understanding. Remain ever.